Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Friday. Glad you're here. Today's Red Mic message on this hashtag Fun Friday. Maybe Y2K was trying to save us. First of all, got to give credit to my colleague Tanya for inspiring this one. She posted a picture the other night of a Y2K computer and it had a bunch of text on it and stuff. Anyway, so that got me to thinking, and thinking got me to writing, and here we are. Now, for those of you too young to remember Y2K, we genuinely thought civilization might collapse at midnight on December 31st, 1999, because computers couldn't figure out what year it was. The problem was pretty simple. For years, programmers had saved precious computer memory by recording years with 2 digits instead of 4. So 1998 was just 98, which meant that when 00 arrived, some computers might think it was 1900 instead of 2000. And of course, the fears were huge. They thought planes might fall out of the sky. They thought banks might lose our money. Power grids might shut down. Government computers might stop working. Elevators might quit between floors. And apparently, every VCR in America was going to become completely useless. Instead of just blinking 12 o'clock, they were going to be stuck at 12 o'clock for all time. People stocked up on bottled water, canned food, cash for some reason. I had a friend who has since passed who was absolutely convinced Y2K was going to be the end of the world, end times. We were going to be, hunting for everything. And I didn't buy that. But I wasn't completely ruling it out either, because I didn't become a full prepper, but I did buy a few extra rounds of ammo, bottles of bleach, hydrogen peroxide, vinegar, self-strike matches, and a roll of paracord so large that I think I still have it somewhere. Now, what catastrophe I thought I could survive with that particular combination of supplies, I don't have any idea. But if civilization collapsed completely and the solution involved tying something down, disinfecting it, or starting a fire, then by golly, I was going to be ready. Fortunately, January 1st arrived without requiring me to find out. Businesses, though, before all this happened, they had hired armies of programmers to comb through decades-old computer code. Governments created contingency plans. We spent billions making sure computers understood that after 1999 came 2000 and not 1900. And honestly, the Y2K bug gave us something really great. It was responsible, at least in part, for maybe the greatest work sucks movie ever made, Office Space. Peter Gibbons wasn't just trapped in cubicle hell. He was a programmer spending his days updating bank software for the Y2K changeover. So without Y2K, there's no Peter, there's no Lumberg, there's no TPS reports, no red swing line stapler, although I do have one on my desk at this very minute. And there were no 3 frustrated office workers taking a printer into a field and beating the ever-loving crap out of it. For that alone, perhaps Y2K deserves our gratitude. Now, December 31st, midnight came. We waited. The lights stayed on. Planes stayed in the air. Our bank accounts were still there. The computers kept working. Civilization survived. We celebrated. 26 years later, though, I'm beginning to wonder if maybe we were a little too quick to declare victory, because somewhere in an alternate universe, we didn't fix Y2K. At midnight, the computers crashed, the internet disappeared, cellular networks went dark, and there were a few admittedly rough weeks. Then humanity adjusted. People started talking to each other again. Kids went outside, restaurants filled with people actually talking to the person sitting across from them. Nobody knew what you had for lunch unless they were actually sitting at the table with you, because guess what? Social media didn't happen. Nobody knew what their neighbor from 3rd grade thought about immigration policy. Nobody argued with a complete stranger at 2 a.m. because of something a politician said. Nobody had 37 passwords requiring a capital letter, a number, a symbol, the blood of your firstborn, and the name of your 3rd grade teacher. Nobody needed 2-factor authentication to prove they were themselves. And best of all, nobody spent 20 minutes talking to a robot desperately trying to say Those are the only stoplights in that picture. Your refrigerator was just a refrigerator. Your television didn't track what you watched. Your doorbell didn't recognize you. And your car didn't need a software update. And when you bought something, there wasn't a reasonable chance it would start showing you ads for the exact same thing on every device you owned for the next 3 weeks. People got lost. There was no GPS. But then they would pull over and talk to a complete stranger and ask for directions. And nobody accidentally hit reply all. Meanwhile, back in our universe, we mocked Y2K. We defeated it. We thought we had saved civilization. Then we gave everybody a computer that fits in their pocket, connected every appliance in the house to the internet, handed our entire lives to algorithms, and started having arguments with strangers we've never met. As somebody once said, Facebook is where you lie to your friends, and X is where you tell the truth to strangers. Civilization apparently took our Y2K victory as a challenge, and maybe we owe Y2K an apology. Although, to be fair, it did give us office space. Turns out maybe that Y2K wasn't a bug, though. It was a warning. And that's today's hashtag Fun Friday, and that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it fun. That's the point of hashtag Fun Friday, after all. Please give me a like, a follow, and a share. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Please join me Monday. We'll be back to regular Red Mike messages, of course, as always. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. And until next time, don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon. I'll see you. Have a good weekend.